Absolutely. And that leads to our next myth, which is you can't find a job as a CPC-A.
This is one, Ray, that I am going to say my part, and then Ray's going to say the really good educated coder part. But with my side of that, I just want to put out there that remember that when you take that exam, if you have not submitted a removal information prior to passing, you will have a CPC-A on your diploma. So send that information if you have it in prior to setting for that exam so that you can get the full-blown CPC diploma and not have to go through the reprinting issues. And also really educate yourself on what can be used for the A removal, because we do get a lot of people that say, well, I still have an A and I don't know how to remove it. And they've done our distance learning, and they've done, you know, they've already had a year's worth of coding experience, and they just didn't know that they could remove the A. Now I'll hand it over to Ray and have her tell you kind of some of the statistics or the benefits or not benefits of the A.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, anytime you're entering a new profession, there's going to be roles that are going to be entry level to get your foot in the door. With the CPC-A, you might have to take a role in registration or pre-authorization or researching of denials or helping in the billing side. Sometimes you might not be able to walk in directly into a coding position. Now, we have seen with some CPC-As the opportunity with, let's say, risk adjustment coding, because it's seasonal, because it is focused on one code set with ICD-10. We're finding a lot of CPC-As having success in entering in that type of coding, finding their first job. I've seen a lot of great posts on the Facebook page of individual giving words of encouragement and hope to others who are CPC-As who have been able to find that job, and, you know, very quickly. So I can't say that it's impossible, but I can tell you, networking through local chapters, like Wendy said, getting to know the job market in your area is helpful. I can tell you that people that go through the Practicode experience feel more job ready and confident when they go in for their interview as well as their employment assessment. That's another question that we get a lot at AAPC. If I pass the certification, why is an employer also giving me an assessment when I apply for a job? So the reason why employers will have an assessment is because they're assessing specific skills to the role. When you take a CPC exam, that is well-rounded, multi-specialty. If I am a cardiology office, I want to assess your cardiology skills. So that's the reason why employers will include some type of an assessment. So with going through the Practicode experience, it really helps you gain confidence, and it lets you show employers your accuracy. I was able to code at this rate, at this percentage of accuracy. So I can't say that it's not difficult, but I can tell you that we are seeing CPC-As being successful. And like Wendy said, there's a lot of CPC-As in our database that really shouldn't be CPC-As. They just haven't submitted the appropriate paperwork to get it removed.
Yeah, and I would really encourage people that even if you don't really care that you have that A, send your paperwork in. Let's get you in there with a CPC so it's not in our system as an A ever, or, you know, when we mail anything out that has the A. I mean, you earned it. Take the half of a day to pull together all your information and send it in to us.
Well, and two, if you have the CPC-A designation and you've fully earned the CPC, if an employer goes to verify your credentials on our website, it's going to show as a CPC-A instead of a CPC. And an employer is going to get the impression that you have not been honest about your credential. So you definitely want to take the time to submit the information to get that off if you've earned it.
And I just want to say, you know, I've been interviewing members for the I Am AAPC campaign, And it's awesome to see so many coders who they found jobs from networking, as you mentioned, but also from temp agencies and from just getting their foot in the door of any healthcare facility. Our friend Gina Piccarelli was telling me that she met a coder or a certified coder who was working in the cafeteria of the facility she worked at, and built that relationship and worked her way into the coding office.
When I started, my first job was a chart finder. Literally, I went from everywhere in the facility looking for a chart that a nurse needed to make a phone call back. So all I can say is, be willing to take those entry-level roles and just show good work ethic. If you walk out of it feeling like I took a test, so give me a job, that soft skill is not going to get you very far.
Yeah, I mean, just get it known who you are. Even if it's a part-time job that you're working as a file finder, just get your name in there. And
luckily that job doesn't exist anymore with electronic health records, but
it probably still does.
It's a good thing that it was there for me.